You may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Marshall. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw, gone. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Goff on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field. Timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Marshall now, the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Powering his way forward, fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Super one. Everyone's got four down. Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
180. 5. Deuce.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way, so that'll come back to the 20. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Maybe a free play here for Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for West. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
They'll run for it with West. And they got it inside the 10 off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Rivers to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Dudes. Merlin.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's brought down after a good game. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Xerox. Not horrible. Maverick. 12. DC.
Goff throwing again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Shell.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Back now in Los Angeles, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, go orange, 5-4. Hey, go orange.
They go play action. Rivers. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Hey, Delta!
2nd down, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Hey, 76, tell him. 76.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And some room to run now. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tiger, Tiger. Shell. Deuce.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man, open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Deuce. 12.
From the red zone now, gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is Marshall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. The one running back is Gurley.
Whirling. We're good.
And they'll give it to him here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Now Jones. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They begin here with a run by Wentz. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey! 12. Hey, Rocket! 12. Buffalo wall. Keep it skinny.
Throwing here, Rivers. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's West. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One last throw here for Goff. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.